What's up, guys? It's Real Swim Cheesy, and I don't know if y'all just saw, but they just announced a very special character a little while ago that I'm extremely hyped for. Dude, I am fucking dead after that tournament. I don't know if y'all saw. Mochi made a killer comeback from losers, so I'm literally exhausted. I wish I could have more energy right now to discuss this. But first, I thought let's just look at it again. I've watched it a couple times, but I love watching every time. What they've done is amazing, and then we'll kind of break down some things, both with the story and gameplay, and just wrap some things up. So yeah, let's just start off with it.
Meaning. Brother left
Story is like, all right, Delilah, fantastic, right? Oh, this OST, bro, I'm so hyped to get through this one. This sounds like a pretty banger one. Not what I really expected, but oh, dude, and then the Bedman just slamming. Oh, I gotta protect you. Everyone won, man. The Bedman fans, a lot of the fans, we came together. Oh,
You can't stop it. So
damn, dude. Oh, dude, him picking up Delilah is so cute. Yep, dude, that throw looks violent, dude. Oh, I'm hyped for that. The screw. Dude, dude, that makes her zoning look like it might be kind of nasty. I don't know what that is. Oh, dude. So much to talk about here. Oh. Just the cute smile, making every victory worth it. That's why you gotta grind to win, so you can see that. I don't know I don't know what that is.
just an ordinary dream.
Ah,
Well,
like goddamn. What more is there to say? I mean, I'm extremely impressed. I really feel like a lot of people won here, right? I mean, on top of that, afterwards, of course, they kind of announced Asuka, but I mean, just looking over at it, I mean, a lot of people wanted Bedman back, a lot of people wanted Delilah, and we all kind of knew that it might be together, but I think the fact that they kind of took the Pokemon trainer route for Smash, if you know about that, where they're kind of in the background and she's kind of moving along, following, but not the one fighting, like, I'm down for that. I'm absolutely down for that, right? As a Delilah fan, and I saw a lot of Delilah fans early on, especially after the story came out and said, like, hey, we don't even want Delilah to fight, we just want her to live in peace, so I think this is a very cool way about doing it. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm a huge fan. Absolutely, I can't stress it enough. But one of the first things, just to get back straight up, because I could watch this all day long, right? Is I always love to just break down the audio first. I am a big lore nut after all, so just kind of seeing what they're saying, seeing what they're teasing for the arcade, kind of seeing if they're saying any cool lines and stuff. I don't know. Meaning, Bart left me meaning. So that's really interesting, right? Because it makes me think that maybe it has to be someone who knows Bedman she's teaming up with, right? And who really knows Bedman besides like Happy Chaos, really? So I wonder if Happy Chaos kind of approaches her, or she somehow the bed maybe brings her to her to help finish a greater purpose, maybe. I don't know. That's really interesting because I can't really see Biken saying that unless she's just kind of saying in general, like your brother wanted to give you meaning by bringing you to the real world or something. So just kind of an interesting thing I noticed, or think that it could be, because I think Happy Chaos would be sick, but Bike would be sick. Anyone they do would be cool. The arcade, can't stop it. So move. It sounds like generic, like a line she'd say before a match. Would you mind leaving me alone? Sounds like maybe like a taunt or something. Yeah, see, it sounds like the bed maybe is leading her. Because, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, how is the bed alive? My theory is she's maybe powering it, and, it's still, like, running off the brother's, energy or, like, program or something. Or maybe I don't know. But it's interesting that she says, I've never seen it act like this. Makes it sound like the bed's going to be, kind of the main pusher of what's going to happen. Kind of acting out of control and kind of leading her. Yeah, my brother's program shouldn't run haywire like that. So, yeah, again, maybe it sounds like maybe she either got people to fix it up, or she's kind of inputting magic into it. Again, it looks like if we go back, like I mean, it looks destroyed. I mean, this is significantly worse than it was in the story. I mean, we see like this hand's completely destroyed. We see like the screws missing everywhere. It's pretty bad beat up. So it wouldn't be crazy to think that this is in the future and she's kind of been using and hanging out with it, because I mean, I imagine she'd value something that has, like, a part of her brother in it still. And just interesting that, haywire's going out. Said run away, again, sounds generic. It could be, like, whenever the bed's beating her up, or beating up the opponent, right? Because You know, maybe she doesn't want it to fight, but as we saw in the story, I mean, if you're threatening Delilah, it's coming after you. I'm sorry, you know, it sees no equals in that. It sees all equals in that, I should say. Do I feel alone? That's fine today. Yeah, we need some. Don't leave me alone. Maybe that's something it says if like the bed like loses a round or something, or if she like times out or something. Interesting. Fine, but only day. We're gonna need more context. It's dangerous. Probably send it to the bed. I never wanted that. See, that's interesting, right? Because that makes it seem like she's kind of maybe learned something like big reveal, either like something that she has to do, or maybe something that did happen to her. This could tie back to her being in the cradle, like Ram mentioned. Maybe she was like the battery used to like nuke cities, and she kind of learns that reality. I mean, that's always my theory, kind of with that, but just again, very interesting. We'll have to see the more context in that, of course. It's just an ordinary dream. Sleep well. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know. You know, that might. I imagine that could just be like dialogue that she says to people at some point. You know, given that she's dream-like reality and all. Of course, Asuka. I mean, swagging. Oh, dude, super hyped. So super interested to see the arcade. Can't really pinpoint like exactly who it is, or I mean, really all we know is that maybe it's leading to a bigger purpose, or maybe it's literally maybe the bed's leading her towards Kai, since Kai, you know, is like the leader of a nation. Maybe it knows that it can trust Kai. We don't really know. We'll have to see a lot more, but that definitely tickles my fancy at least. You know, dive to obviously, you know, dive into actual footage itself. Kind of see what's going up there. I go to the other trailer with the dialogue.
Brother left
It's cool, obviously a little better. Just like with the dialogues there. Of course, stuff from the story, so nothing crazy new there. OST, can't wait to hear the full thing. Not what I expected at all, but you know, definitely cool. Dude, can you imagine, you know, the intro? I can already hear it, you know, it's like, you know, mankind knew that they could not change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beast. Heaven or hell. And then, you know, for the dialogue, the bed walks up and Delilah says something like, come on. You can't tell me that's not going to be sick. That's going to be awesome. Kind of like the Axel time freeze, you know, just right on time to look cool as hell. It seems like she's kind of talking to the bed or something at least. Cute. And again, we just see, like, how destroyed this bed is. I mean, some of the screws are even, like, bent and stuff, as you can kind of see. Again, one of the hands are completely destroyed, so clearly she's been using this for a little bit. Fighting the heats of its own destruction. Again, the own destruction part is very interesting. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Does that look like a far slash? Oh, dude, that's, like, such a cute mechanic. Well, like you kind of maybe noticed in the earlier trailers, right? So that's the run for one, you know. Funny, it just gets on all of its tire and then runs at you. Far slash. And then if you jump with Delilah near you, he'll always like stick out the hand, it seems. And then like if Delilah's nearby, she'll sit on the hand. You get to take her up with you, which is fun. Obviously looks like a JS, you know, very good air-to-air move. Omni dash, looks like a JK into bed dive. Oh, come on, look at that. Cute, absolutely adorable. But go on, that's cute as hell. Get badass and cute. Like what more do you want? What more did you want? This is really interesting, right? It looks like it kind of reminds me of like Maze. You know, obviously, what is it? 6H in the air, 6JH down, or it'd be 2. Yeah, it'd be 2. 2H in the air. I mean, since the deja vu mechanic's no longer a thing, it'll be interesting to see, and we don't really see her used on the ground, so they could just made this a command normal. Maybe this is still special, so we'll have to see on that end, but again, we even see, like, this screw over here is destroyed, so completely destroyed. She's all like, oh my god! You thought Leo could get in. Again, picks her up. Omni dash, throw. Dude, look at this throw. Literally puts you in the bed, grabs you, puts you in the bed, electrocutes you. Oh my, straight violence, dude. Violence, bro. You gotta love it. And then this.
You act like this before.
I mean, Happy Chaos is doing like his win pose. So I'd imagine this would be like if you know you time out, you lose. It's probably this. You know, just the bed kind of telling Delilah to back off. You know, take care. All right. Well, first, this is interesting. Makes it look like, you know, anytime you have zoning like that, you know, pretty good. We'll have to see if you can only cover that angle, or if it's like an S and H situation where one goes down, one goes forward. Would make sense if they did it that way.
I've never seen it.
Having fireballs is always nice, but notice Delilah on the bed, right? falling. So it seems like if you do that, because you have to use, you know, the hand, I guess, you use to pick her up, it'll, like, drop her. So I guess if you use certain special moves in the air, she'll kind of fall off the bed, which is pretty funny, and a nice kind of attention to detail, right? And of course, she, you know, does it again. I can't tell how fast it is, right? It kind of looks like the startup might be a little slow. But, I mean, projectile looks pretty good. I mean, can't complain too much about that. Boom. Boom. And, of course, this. Like, look at this! So, one thing, and we kind of talked about this destruction thing earlier, is notice that there's, like, electricity on the bed just kind of consistently that we hadn't really noticed before, right? Like, just kind of, like, every time when it's falling and stuff, so it sounds like it's kind of destroying itself. And then it seems like that electricity, excuse me, gets used here to, like, cover that angle. I mean, that's really good. Like, I mean, that already looks like some scary zoning to me, right? Like, when you're full screen, you can either, like, you know, jump in the air, cover the ground, cover the air, and with on top of the Omni Dash, right, shoot a fireball in that direction, maybe cover the fireball, you know, in another. Actually, maybe not. Maybe it is like a fireball that goes straight and a fireball that goes there, and then it's just like a better version if it goes like that. Who knows? But I mean, being able to cover like instant air dash, like that's a fantastic arc to be able to cover. I mean, it's gonna be annoying to try to get in. Definitely shows how she'll be able to kind of mix up the pace that she wants to run. There's that run again. Looks like a 2P. Is that like a 6P? No. I don't know what that is. That looks crazy, right? So again, we see that kind of electricity on, and then the electricity either powers up or does something, and it drops the bomb head. And I mean, yeah. So we kind of see the backdash here, right? Like, does it? Looks like an instant, you know, backdash. The head kind of pops backwards, which is pretty funny. So definitely getting those back, but I mean, that looks like it has very little recovery, right? I mean, literally pops it off and can do it back. I mean, I don't think any, you know, it's going to be mashing, what, like 6H on it, but, I mean, well, you know, they might match like a really good 2P or maybe like a good 2K can catch us, but I mean, that seems good, and we'll have to see if this kind of acts like Faust Bomb Bag or something where it stays afterward, but, I mean, we can also see, I mean, this looks like it launches up pretty high, so you could probably even get a decent extension off it, right? But overall, it just seems like a really interesting type of string. Just seems like she's going to be a really weird character, for sure. And this is interesting here, too, right? So she's sitting, so I guess maybe if the bed's crouching, she'll be there. But this seems like a... Like, you'd think this move's a special, right? But then it does, like, the spin, right? So that makes me think that, like, either it has some mechanic where it can use special and the special, or this is, like, just a weird command normal. Like, I think we see the dust later, but... I don't know, dude. That's definitely really interesting. And I mean, always having an option to like be able to push people to the corner that much is going to be, I mean, really good. Like I said, we're already seeing some good zoning. We're already seeing some good corner carry. So overall, really good stuff. And then on top of like this, I mean, what you've covered like half the screen with just like a basic B&B. You know, you can do like 2K or like any button into that command normal into that. I mean, that's, I mean, yeah, she'll be nasty. She'll be nasty. And of course, the win pose. Oh, it just makes your heart melt, right? I mean, this is why you're grinding. This is why you're trying to win right here, is just to see this victory pose, see her smile, not be scared. I mean, again, badass, cool. I mean, cute. What more do you want? What more do you want? How can people hate Delilah anymore? You know what I mean? How can you see that face and hate Delilah? Okay, looks like that JD's back, so be a very interesting and annoying move, I imagine. Can't remember if this is a JH, JD, but you know, it's back. Does Omni Dash, obviously, into JP, so you can have the mix. Assuming this is probably like a 2S, probably it seems like 2K where they're doing it. And then we got this overhead into whatever that follow-up is. I wonder if this is almost like maybe like a Rekka, where like you can choose to do the follow-up, because it seems like it's kind of like in the same motion, right? Like, right, so, or if it always happens. Because it doesn't look like the electricity's on. So, I mean, maybe it, like, just got the power up. Because we see when it does some special moves also has electricity. But either it just got the electricity and got that powered up move. Or, you know, it's either some Rekka or it's just the move every time it does it, right? But, I mean, having special overhead moves is never a bad thing to do. I mean, now you're always going to have good pressure and good mix. I mean, come on, it's got the sauce, of course, you know. This is also a good thing to kind of point out, like I was saying earlier. you know, it doesn't really look like you'd be able to hit Delilah. So that's good. I was thinking maybe that would be tied to it. Like maybe if you hit Delilah, you know, maybe it would enrage the bed. But also, I mean, I'm sure they don't want, you know, just you can whack Delilah wherever. But because we really don't get to see Delilah too much in front of the bed, kind of walking like towards, you know, kind of like where the opponent is side towards the bed in this video. But I mean, again, it looks like she's basically in the attack. So it seems like you can't hit her, which is good. Hate to see damage be done. Of course, JS. Looks like, again, like a 2K, 2Ds type thing. Then into super. I don't know what this is, right? She's freaking out. Pulling out, like, some energy out of his eyeball or something and just nuking you. That looks like a close slash, maybe like a 2S, 2H. It's like maybe a 5H, and then into the super. Reminds you a lot of like Broly Super. If you guys ever played Dragon Ball Fighter Z, right, where like, you know, it's like the vomit, it goes down and then up and then so maybe it'll be like that. I'll have to see. I wonder if any of these, you know, supers have invincibility too. It seems like if any of them would be this first one, right? Like, you know, I could see this being on Wake Up, like we'll rip at it and boom. That seems like it could be a decent. That could be like the Wake Up reversal. She has one. Maybe she'll have crazy offense and you won't even need one. The other thing I want to ask too is like, y'all, what do y'all think? Because I mean, Delilah's like in this, right? But what if Delilah's not near the bed? You think you think she would teleport, or you think like it would just do the animation without her? We'll have to see on that end. But I mean, obviously, I want to show that for the trailer. It's super cute. And again, with that kind of like destruction and stuff, you know, it says fighting heedless of its own destruction. And then its other kind of description is error-prone guardian machine. So it sounds like it can kind of go overboard too much. Maybe that's also what happened in the story, is it just used up too much energy, you know, for the time, and then was able to kind of come back, right? Again, we don't really know, but we'll have to see how that kind of works. Again, see if it's just like, you know, maybe she has to hit like a grab, or maybe there's some condition that has to be met, or maybe it is like a, you know, meter above her tension gauge. We'll have to see, but it's kind of an interesting thing. And of course, Bedman question mark. I'll be really curious to see how the announcer's going to do it. Are they just going to say Bedman? Are they going to be like, Bedman? I'll have to see. April 6th, super hype. Still a month away, but I mean, getting close. And this new map looks super sick. Definitely excited to see more about this. See if we get any cool transitions like the White House. And of course, you know, last character probably. But yeah, man, I don't know, dude. I'm super hyped for Delilah. I hope you guys are as hyped as I am. I really think they handled this character perfectly. I know going into this, a lot of people were maybe a little bit disappointed or like lackluster expectations. Like, oh, it's obviously Delilah. We know it's going to be Delilah forever. Like, just, like, she can't be cool, right? It's like, oh, I want Bedman. I want these characters. But I think the way they did it with kind of the Pokemon trainer route, it's really smart. You know, that intro is going to be so cool to watch. And of course, keeping the Omni Dash. Like, when they said they were going to do something interesting with the character, I think this is kind of what a lot of people pointed towards. And I think we were either going to see, like, that Deja Vu mechanic, either both of those or one of those kind of come together. But I also like that, excuse me, that even though it's, like, the very similar character, right, it has a lot of the same normals, it looks like the specials are a lot different, so it'll be very cool to kind of see a brand new kind of take on the character. Of course, it won't have its weird dashes, so you can kind of move a bit more normally. And yeah, I'm just really hyped to see how she plays. I cannot be happier. I'm sorry, I'm a bit more tired. I mean, kind of losing my voice, dude. Getting that Mochi comeback. I was screaming, dude. I don't think anyone was expecting the route that took. But yeah, no, let me know if you guys are as hyped as I am for this character. I'll definitely be trying her out, maining her. You know, Delilah Nation starts here, so be sure to check me out when she comes out. I'll be sure to do arcade run of her, try to get that up as quick as possible, as well as a breakdown of it, because you already know I'm mega interested in seeing what's up with that. But yeah, no, thank you guys for watching so much. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to y'all later.